People's quote of the day: don't be afraid to fail or to lose. You can always make it back. You're now listening to episode 18 of the People's Mentors podcast featuring Juan Pablo, DJ Cool. Even though you lose a lot in basketball, please play a winning instrumental. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Hopefully, you're having a great day. Now, here's today's topic. I may have lost $40,000, but I can now make that back in a day. Let's discuss it. First, let's go over the outline. Number one, how I lost $40,000. Number two, what I learned from that experience. Number three, how you can make $40,000 in a day. Now, this is derived from the people's question. What was the biggest financial failure you experienced, Juan Pablo? So I'll go ahead and dive into that. I partnered with someone, a vendor of ours, and when I did this partnership, granted, I didn't do an extreme vetting process, but I ended up shaking hands and agreeing to terms with this gentleman, and this led me to make very tough decisions. So let's dive into this in the first point, how I lost the $40,000. So this quote unquote new partner or vendor of mine didn't provide a service he was paid for. However, I was somewhat of a broker in this arrangement where the client paid me and then I paid the vendor to perform the service. However, the vendor didn't provide the service. And the vendor would not also provide the refund even though the service was not executed. So I had a decision to make. Do I A, refund the client's money in full, in which I will take a loss, being that the new partner of mine would not refund the portion of the money that he received? Or should I B, try to negotiate with the client and say, hey, client, just to be transparent, this other vendor of ours did not provide the service, but I can refund you my portion of the money back. But the portion that you paid me in which I paid the vendor, you won't be able to get that back. Or C, hey, client, do not call me again. I'm not going to refund you the money, period. So some tough decisions to make. Do I eat the loss and provide full refunds to all my clients? Or do I have my clients eat the loss and don't provide the full refunds? Being that I've discussed this with my team, we decided collectively to take the loss. Why? It's all about Proverbs 22, verse 1. A good name is more desirable than riches and gold, or silver and gold, something like that. You just got to pick up the Bible, read it for yourself, all right? Don't be trying to quote me. All right, he's like, hey, well, you the one provided the quote, Juan. You should know what you're talking about. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm having an argument with myself. All right, but let's get into it. It's all about your reputation. Your reputation always precedes you. It's all about your brand. A good name is more desirable than someone else's money. Your name is more valuable than keeping someone else's refund. So as a result of this encounter, it really helped me grow in character. And that's how your character is truly tested in times of trial and turmoil, when you have those really tough decisions to make. And it's so easy to say, all right, well, I'm just going to keep this money and not take a hit. But I decided, you know what? Nope. Let's protect our name. Let's protect our brand. But if we happen to not be able to protect our reserves, then so be it. I'd rather lose money than lose our good reputation. So that is how I lost $40,000. It wasn't fun. Now, let's get to the fun part. Number two. The fun part is I learned what not to do next time. I learned to vet your vendors completely and discuss refunds and get things under contract. So do I blame the vendor for not being able to provide a refund or not doing the services or whatever? No, I blame myself as the business person. It was my lack of quality control. It was my lack of being prepared. It was my lack of not dotting my I's and crossing my T's, not performing proper due diligence. not vetting out my vendors. It was my fault. So I realized, wow, this is a really good situation for me because now I know how to move forward. If I'm doing any type of business relationship, I had to vet them out extensively. We also got to get things on paper, signed, contracts. And I have to test them out. Don't just turn over the whole book of business to this brand new vendor. No, test them out piece by piece. Give them something to see what their service will be. Batch it and test it out. And that's what we did with video editing. Isn't that right, Rudy? With video editing, we have this one editor. His name is Daniel. He's in Serbia. And what we did is we said, okay, we're going to give you one video to do, test it out, and see how good you do. Okay, let's see if we can do 5 and test it out. Excellent. Let's see if we can do 10. We'll go back and forth to the point we trust him because he's proven himself that he can do all of our videos. We're still trying to do that with DJ Cool right now. No, I'm joking. He's looking at me like, bruh. What'd you say about a good name? Don't be trying to tarnish my name. But yeah, so that's what we do. We do somewhat of a vetting process and test them out as a result of this experience. We're not just going to hand over our whole bag, our whole book of business to a new vendor of ours and relive that situation again. Okay, so, and I also learned you got to have adequate reserves. It says there's also a foolish man consumes all that he receives, but a wise man has stores of oil and other good stuff. I forgot what it says. But basically what it says, he's like, wow, you're a horrible, I quote. Just stop it, please. Please stop. But no, actually, it's very important, though. You got to have stores. You have to have reserves. Just in case things happen to go south. Okay? Now, the third thing. You can make $40,000 in a day as long as you use the following formula. And I want you to write this down. Value times volume equals victory. You have to focus on bringing more value at volume to the masses and work on your brand to be victorious in this game. As long as you build a brand of trust, then your prospects, your customers, your subscribers, your followers, your team will love you and be converted into faithful clients, raging fans. Okay. So that's what I had to do. I said, okay, well, being that I took this $40,000 hit, how can I make this money back? Oh, maybe I can charge a tad bit more, or maybe I can add this service, or maybe I can cut costs by streamlining this process. Instead of it taking 10 steps to do this task, perhaps I can do it in 7 steps. And those 3 steps that are saved is saving me money or saving me time. That could be better spent doing other things that make me more money. So this situation was a blessing in disguise. Every cloud has a silver lining. This situation helped me think smarter as a business person. And it forced me to be money motivated, to see, okay, well, how can I make this money back in a short time frame? We ended up making that money back, that $40,000, I think in about 4 months, as a result of us looking into the business and see how can we make more with the business? How can we squeeze more juice out this business? All things work together for good to those who love the Lord. And that's how you got to always have in mind. And don't be that person, guys, when someone screws you over, they scam you, they take your money, and you want to badmouth them to the whole world. Or you want to have a victim's mentality. You're crying and you're sobbing. No, woe is me. They ripped me up. They hung me out to dry. I can't believe they would do this to me. As soon as I just started getting started, you take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Just stop. Stop being a baby. I wish I could be Grant Cardone right now. Stop being a little a dog, I guess. But basically what you have to do, guys, is just have a change of mindset. It happens in business. It's just like sports. Do they cry when someone blocks their shot when they try to make their game-winning shot? Sometimes they may because they're emotional. I get that. But do they really get upset if someone happens to foul them when they're trying to make the last shot? It's just part of the game. If they lose, if they strike out, they miss a shot, they get their shot blocked, it's part of the game. But the goal is to win more than you lose. It's the same. Business is a game. You will have wins and you will have losses, but you want to make sure that you protect yourself against the losses, as I mentioned, by just being careful. Have reserves. Just in case if you happen to slip and fall and your business going down, at least you got reserves to cushion the blow, to be that safety net for you. Okay? And use that loss as a lesson. Wow, this person blocked my shot. Maybe next time I can try doing a fadeaway. Oh man, this struck out. Well, maybe next time I can work on my swing a little bit better. Oh man, this person ripped me off. They scammed me. You know what? Next time I'm going to implement this process, this procedure, this system. Got it? Good. Now let's get this money. Okay? Excellent. There you have it, my friends. So now we're going to switch segments in this program. You know it's that time for the People's Champ. All right, the People's Champ of the day goes out to actual people of 100% Finance, right? The team. So I like to put some special emphasis on the sales team, right? Because they actually enabled us to make $40,000 in a day. Oh, you just thought I was just playing around with that, right? Like, oh, he just said that just to make it sound good. He lost $40,000, make $40,000 a day. Oh, he's just talking hypothetical. No, this is actual, guys. Real facts, real numbers. If you don't believe me, just check our QuickBooks. I'll prove it to you. So I would like to give a shout out to the sales team, right? Because they're rocking and rolling this month and help us get those high benchmarks, 40K in a day. Shout out from the top. Tyshawn, doing an excellent job. Excellent at sales, excellent on phones. He's a very charismatic individual, but great as a leader. He's the manager. We also have, second up to bat, we have Casey. Casey as well is very charismatic, very charming. He's an intelligent individual. Like he's really good, you know, and he's rocking and rolling, man. One thing I like about Casey, he's fast at implementing stuff. If he learns one new thing, he's quick to implement it, and that's what I love about him. Also, Rashad. Rashad also is very charming, always got a smile on his face. He's always looking for areas of improvement, and those are the type of people you have to value. It's like you might say, hey, DJ Cool, you're doing a great job at this, but Rashad would be like, hey, I appreciate that, Juan, but what can I do better? How can I improve? How can I? He's an avid learner, and that's what I love about Rashad. And we also got Floyd. He's one of the newest members of the team. And he actually had previous sales experience. He used to work for corporate America, doing a great job. But being that he's with our company, he's bringing a lot of value to the table as well from a different perspective. So shout out to the team, the sales team, 100% Finance, that enabled us to push the envelope to see how we can better serve our clients by offering them the products and services that they want from us. Listen up.
Let's get this money.
This podcast episode is sponsored by 100% Finance. If you're interested in getting started in real estate investing without using any of your own money and would like to obtain business funding, visit 100percentfinance.com to apply for the free consultation. In 2017 alone, we helped small business owners, real estate investors alike obtain over $5.5 million, and you can be in the same position as well. So you can quit your day job via passive income. The link is in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's podcast episode. But just don't get upset if people don't treat you right. It's just part of the game. There's some people, some players that play dirty. But guess what? As long as you operate with integrity, you will always get it back. And if you always learn from that loss, and you take a positive spin on it, and it forces you to grow, to expand, you will be successful. You're not the only one that got burned in this game, all right? But we're here to help you, help to support you. So as always, guys, it's to your success. Continue to earn passively, live passionately. Peace. DJ Cool.